Settle in, get comfortable, and let your body sink deeper into whatever surface is supporting you right now. Tonight, we're going on a gentle journey into the world of cats, those mysterious, elegant creatures who have mastered the art of rest better than perhaps any other animal on Earth. As you listen, there's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be. Just breathe slowly, naturally, and let the words wash over you like a warm wave. Imagine, if you will, a cozy room bathed in soft, golden lamplight. In the corner, curled on a plush cushion, a cat sleeps peacefully, its chest rising and falling in a rhythm so steady it could be the gentle tick of a clock. Outside, rain taps softly against the window, but here inside, everything is warm, safe, and perfectly still. The cat's whiskers twitch occasionally in dreams we can only imagine, adventures in fields of endless grass or sunlit windowsills. Tonight, we'll explore the fascinating, soothing world of these incredible creatures. And as we do, may their legendary calmness find its way into your own rest. The ancient bond, cats and human civilization. The relationship between humans and cats stretches back through the mists of time, a connection so ancient that its exact origins remain wrapped in mystery and speculation. Unlike dogs, who were actively bred and trained by humans for specific purposes, cats came to us on their own terms, drawn by the mice and rats that gathered around early agricultural settlements. This independent beginning set the tone for the entire human-feline relationship, one built on mutual benefit rather than domination. Archaeological evidence suggests that cats began living alongside humans approximately 9,500 years ago. The island of Cyprus has yielded some of the earliest evidence of this relationship, where a cat was buried deliberately alongside a human in a grave dating back to around 7,500 years before the Common Era. This burial suggests that even in these early days, cats held a special place in human society, valued enough to be honored in death alongside their human companions. However, it was in ancient Egypt that the cat truly rose to prominence, achieving a status unmatched by any other animal in any other civilization. To the ancient Egyptians, cats were not merely useful animals or pleasant companions. They were divine creatures, earthly manifestations of gods and goddesses, particularly Batet, the goddess of home, fertility, and protection. Batet was typically depicted as a woman with the head of a cat, or sometimes as a cat itself, and her worship became one of the most widespread and enduring religious practices in ancient Egypt. The reverence for cats in Egypt went far beyond symbolism. Killing a cat, even accidentally, could result in severe punishment, potentially even death. When a beloved cat died, families would go into mourning, shaving their eyebrows as a sign of grief. Cats were mummified with the same care given to human remains, wrapped in fine linen and placed in elaborate coffins, sometimes made of bronze or wood and decorated with gold. In the city of Bubastis, the center of Batet worship, archaeologists have discovered cat cemeteries containing hundreds of thousands of mummified cats, testament to the extraordinary place these animals held in Egyptian society. The practical reasons for this veneration were clear. Egypt's prosperity depended on grain stores, and cats were the most efficient protectors of these stores against rodents. A single cat could protect vast quantities of grain from mice and rats, making them economically invaluable. But the Egyptian relationship with cats went deeper than mere utility. Ancient Egyptians observed cats with careful attention, noting their grace, their cleanliness, their mysterious eyes that seemed to glow in darkness, and their independent yet affectionate nature. They saw in cats qualities they aspired to themselves: dignity, self-possession, and a kind of effortless nobility. From Egypt, cats spread across the Mediterranean and beyond, traveling on ships as both passengers and crew members, their rodent hunting skills making them invaluable to sailors. The Phoenicians, those great seafaring traders of the ancient world, likely played a significant role in distributing cats throughout their vast trading network. Wherever ships docked, some cats inevitably went ashore, establishing populations in new lands. In ancient Rome, cats were associated with liberty and independence. Unlike dogs, who were symbols of loyalty and servitude, cats represented freedom. Roman literature contains numerous references to cats, usually emphasizing their self-sufficient nature. The Romans appreciated cats for their hunting abilities, but also simply enjoyed their company, keeping them as household pets much as we do today. In Asia, cats developed their own distinct relationships with human civilizations. In China, cats have been valued for thousands of years, both as pest controllers and as subjects of artistic representation. Chinese paintings and ceramics frequently feature cats, often depicted in garden settings or alongside flowers and butterflies. In Japan, cats became intertwined with Buddhist temple culture, where they were valued for protecting sacred texts from rodent damage. The famous Maneki Niko, or beckoning cat figurine, with one paw raised in greeting, has been a symbol of good fortune in Japan for centuries, though its exact origins remain unclear. The Islamic world has historically held cats in high regard, influenced in part by the Prophet Muhammad's reported fondness for cats. Traditional Islamic stories tell of Muhammad cutting off the sleeve of his robe rather than disturbing his cat Muetza, who had fallen asleep on it. This reverence for cats led to their protection and care throughout Islamic societies, and even today, cats are common and well treated in many predominantly Muslim countries. In medieval Europe, however, the cat's fortunes took a darker turn. During the Middle Ages, cats, particularly black cats, became associated with witchcraft and evil. This superstition led to mass killings of cats, a tragedy that may have contributed to the spread of the Black Death, as rat populations exploded without their natural predators. It wasn't until the Renaissance and later periods that European attitudes toward cats began to improve, as their practical value was rediscovered and appreciated. The cats that eventually spread worldwide from these various centers of civilization carried with them a genetic heritage shaped by thousands of years of living alongside humans. Yet remarkably, domestic cats remain genetically very similar to their wild ancestors. Unlike dogs, who have been bred into hundreds of dramatically different forms, cats have retained much of their original wild character. This relative genetic uniformity speaks to the nature of cat domestication. We didn't so much change cats as accept them largely as they were. This ancient bond between humans and cats has shaped both species in subtle ways. Cats adapted to living in close quarters with humans, developing enhanced vocal communication to interact with us. Adult cats meow almost exclusively to humans, not to each other, a behavior they developed specifically for human interaction. Humans, in turn, developed a deep appreciation for the companionship and presence of these elegant animals, finding in them a kind of peaceful coexistence that asks little and offers much. The science of purring, nature's healing frequency. Few sounds are as universally soothing as the purr of a contented cat. This gentle, rhythmic vibration seems to embody peace itself, a sound that can calm anxious minds and ease troubled hearts. But the purr is far more than a simple expression of contentment. It is one of nature's most fascinating acoustic phenomena, and recent research suggests it may have genuine healing properties, both for the cat producing it and for the humans who hear it. The mechanics of purring have puzzled scientists for generations. Unlike meowing, which is produced by the vocal cords in a relatively straightforward manner, purring involves a complex interplay of muscles, bones, and air movement. The current scientific consensus is that purring originates in the cat's larynx, where muscles rapidly contract and relax about 20 to 30 times per second. This rapid movement causes the glottis, the opening between the vocal cords, to open and close quickly, creating the characteristic rumbling sound as air passes through during both inhalation and exhalation. What makes this even more remarkable is that cats can purr continuously while breathing in and out, unlike most vocalizations which require specific breathing patterns. This continuous quality gives purring its hypnotic, rhythmic character, a steady vibration that seems to fill the space around a cat like a gentle force field of contentment. The frequency of a typical cat's purr ranges from 25 to 50 Hz, occasionally reaching as high as 150 Hz. This specific frequency range is not arbitrary. It falls within the range that research has shown can promote healing in bones and tissues. Studies on the effects of vibration therapy have demonstrated that frequencies in the 25 to 50 Hz range can increase bone density, promote healing of fractures, and aid in tissue repair. The vibrations stimulate cells and may trigger healing mechanisms at a cellular level. This has led some researchers to propose that purring may have evolved as a self-healing mechanism for cats. Cats are masters of energy conservation, spending much of their day resting or sleeping. Unlike dogs or other animals that maintain fitness through constant activity, cats rely on brief bursts of intense activity interspersed with long periods of rest. The vibrations produced by purring during these rest periods may help maintain bone density and muscle tone, effectively allowing cats to stay fit while remaining sedentary. The theory gains support from observations of injured or sick cats. Veterinarians have long noted that cats often purr when they are in pain or distress, not just when they are content. A cat recovering from surgery may purr persistently. A cat giving birth often purrs between contractions. This initially seems counterintuitive. Why would an animal in distress make a sound associated with happiness? The answer may be that purring serves a therapeutic function, helping the cat to heal and comfort itself during difficult times. For the humans who share their lives with cats, the benefits of purring may be equally significant. The sound and vibration of a purring cat can lower stress levels, reduce anxiety, and even decrease blood pressure. Multiple studies have found that cat owners have lower rates of cardiovascular disease compared to non-cat owners. And while multiple factors likely contribute to this correlation, the calming effect of purring is likely part of the explanation. The psychological effect of purring operates on several levels. On the most immediate level, the rhythmic, steady sound provides a kind of auditory anchor, something consistent and predictable in an often chaotic world. The frequency and rhythm of purring are inherently soothing to the human nervous system, similar to the effect of white noise or gentle rain. When you listen to a cat purr, your breathing naturally tends to slow and deepen, matching the rhythm of the purr. This unconscious synchronization can shift your body from a state of stress to one of relaxation. Beyond the acoustic properties, there's also the tactile element. When a cat purrs while sitting on your lap or lying against you, you don't just hear the purr. You feel it as a gentle vibration against your body. This physical sensation can be deeply comforting, providing a kind of massage-like effect that further enhances relaxation. The warmth of the cat's body combined with the subtle vibration creates a multisensory experience of comfort and safety. Interestingly, not all cats purr with the same intensity or frequency. Larger cats tend to have lower frequency purrs, while smaller cats may have higher-pitched purrs. Individual cats also have unique purring signatures, varying in tone, volume, and rhythm. Cat owners often report being able to distinguish their own cat's purr from others, and research has confirmed that cats may modify their purr depending on context and audience, sometimes incorporating a higher frequency component when soliciting food or attention from humans. Some of the big cats can also produce purr-like sounds, though true purring as seen in domestic cats is limited to smaller feline species. Lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars cannot purr in the continuous manner of house cats due to differences in the structure of their larynx. However, they can make similar rumbling sounds on exhalation. The smaller wild cats, such as bobcats, lynxes, cougars, and cheetahs, can purr just like their domestic cousins, suggesting that this ability is an ancient trait in the feline lineage. The purr remains one of nature's gentle mysteries, a sound that seems to exist at the intersection of communication, healing, and pure expression of being. When a cat purrs beside you, it is sharing not just its contentment but potentially its healing energy, a gift refined by millions of years of evolution into one of the most soothing sounds in the natural world. Feline sleep patterns, masters of rest. If there were an Olympic event for sleeping, cats would take gold, silver, and bronze. Cats are among the most accomplished sleepers in the animal kingdom, spending an average of 12 to 16 hours per day asleep, with some cats, particularly kittens and elderly cats, sleeping up to 20 hours daily. This extraordinary dedication to rest is not laziness, but rather a sophisticated evolutionary adaptation that has served felines well for millions of years. To understand why cats sleep so much, we need to consider their nature as predators. Unlike grazing animals who must spend most of their day eating to meet their energy needs, predators like cats can obtain all their nutritional requirements from relatively brief periods of successful hunting. In the wild, a cat might hunt for only a few hours per day, with the rest of its time available for rest. This feast or famine lifestyle means that when food is available, it makes sense to eat well and then conserve energy during the long intervals between successful hunts. Domestic cats retain this pattern even though their food comes reliably from bowls rather than from hunting. Their bodies and brains are still wired for the boom and bust energy cycle of a predator, leading them to rest extensively even when they don't need to conserve energy for hunting. In a way, our house cats are living a dream life from an evolutionary perspective, having all their needs met without the dangerous and energy-intensive work of actual hunting. Cat sleep is not uniform throughout those 12 to 16 hours. Like humans, cats experience different stages of sleep, cycling between light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. However, the proportions and patterns differ significantly from human sleep cycles. Cats spend approximately 3/4 of their sleep time in light sleep, a state in which they remain semi-alert and can spring into action within seconds. You can recognize a cat in light sleep by observing its ears, which continue to swivel and rotate towards sounds even while the cat's eyes are closed and its body appears relaxed. This light sleep serves an important function for a predator that is also small enough to be prey for larger animals. Even while resting, a cat must remain somewhat aware of its environment, ready to respond to either opportunity or threat. The position of a cat in light sleep often reflects this vigilance. They may be curled up but not completely relaxed, with muscles ready to spring into action, one eye occasionally opening to scan the environment. The remaining quarter of a cat's sleep time is divided between deep sleep and REM sleep, the stage during which dreaming occurs. During REM sleep, you might notice your cat's paws twitching, its whiskers moving, or even soft chirping or chattering sounds. These movements suggest the cat is dreaming, and while we cannot know for certain what cats dream about, it seems reasonable to suppose their dreams involve activities central to their lives. Hunting, playing, exploring, or interacting with other cats and their human family members. The amount of REM sleep a cat gets is substantial compared to many other animals, suggesting that this deep, restorative sleep serves important functions for feline health and well-being. During REM sleep, the brain processes and consolidates memories, works through emotional experiences, and performs essential maintenance functions. The fact that cats dedicate significant time to this sleep stage, despite the vulnerability it creates, indicates its crucial importance to their overall health. Cats are crepuscular animals, meaning they are naturally most active during dawn and dusk. This timing aligns with the activity patterns of their natural prey, particularly rodents, which are also most active during these twilight hours. As a result, cats often follow a polyphasic sleep pattern, taking multiple naps throughout the day and night rather than having one consolidated sleep period like humans typically do. A cat's sleep schedule can be remarkably flexible, adapting to the routines of their household. Cats living with humans often adjust their activity patterns to match their owners' schedules to some degree, becoming more active when their humans are home and available for interaction or play. However, they still retain their crepuscular tendencies, often experiencing bursts of energy in the early morning or evening that can surprise their soundly sleeping human companions. The positions in which cats sleep are endlessly varied and often remarkably contorted, each position offering different advantages. The classic curled-up position, with the tail wrapped around the body and the head tucked in, is the most thermally efficient, conserving body heat. This position also protects the cat's vulnerable belly and organs, making it a popular choice in cooler environments or when the cat feels the need for extra security. The sprawled-out position, where the cat lies on its back or side with legs extended, indicates that the cat feels completely secure and is also trying to dissipate heat. Cats only sleep on their backs in environments where they feel entirely safe, as this position leaves their belly, the most vulnerable part of their body, completely exposed. When your cat sleeps belly up near you, it's expressing profound trust in its safety. Some cats sleep in peculiar positions that seem uncomfortable to human observers. Draped over the back of a couch, wedged into impossibly small boxes, perched on narrow railings, or even hanging halfway off furniture. These unusual positions, while sometimes simply amusing quirks, often serve purposes we might not immediately recognize. A box, even a small one, provides security and warmth. A high perch offers a vantage point for observing the environment. The seemingly uncomfortable drape over a couch arm might position the cat perfectly to monitor a doorway or window. The location of a cat's sleeping spot often changes with the seasons and even throughout the day. In winter or cool weather, cats seek out warm places. Sunny windowsills, spots near radiators or heating vents, or snuggled up with their favorite human under blankets. In summer, they migrate to cooler locations. Tile floors, shaded areas, or rooms with good air circulation. This temperature-seeking behavior is another aspect of their energy conservation strategy, using environmental temperature regulation to minimize the energy needed to maintain their body temperature. Interestingly, cats also appear to have preferred sleeping companions, whether human or other animals in the household. A cat that chooses to sleep with or near you is paying you a significant compliment, indicating that your presence makes them feel secure enough to enter the vulnerable state of deep sleep. Multi-cat households often feature sleeping piles, where cats curl up together despite having plenty of individual sleeping space available. This social sleeping suggests that even though cats have a reputation for independence, they are also social creatures who find comfort in proximity to trusted companions. The amount a cat sleeps can also be an indicator of their health and well-being. Significant changes in sleep patterns, whether sleeping much more or much less than usual, can signal illness or stress and warrant attention. An elderly cat may sleep more as its energy levels naturally decline, while a young cat that suddenly becomes lethargic may be unwell. Through all their hours of rest, cats demonstrate a mastery of sleep that humans might envy. They have perfected the art of the nap, the ability to fall asleep quickly when opportunity presents itself and to wake refreshed and ready for action. They sleep without anxiety about the past or future, fully present in the moment of rest. They remind us that rest is not wasted time but essential maintenance, a necessary counterbalance to activity, and that the ability to fully relax is itself a valuable skill worth cultivating. The extraordinary senses of cats. Cats experience the world through a sensory array far more refined and extensive than our own. While we rely primarily on vision and hearing, cats possess heightened versions of these senses, plus others that extend their perception into realms we can barely imagine. Understanding these senses helps us appreciate the rich, complex world that cats inhabit, so different from our own sensory experience. Let's begin with vision, perhaps the most misunderstood of cat senses. Contrary to popular belief, cats are not nocturnal but crepuscular, most active during twilight hours. Their eyes have evolved specifically for hunting in low-light conditions, giving them extraordinary night vision. Cats have 6 to 8 times more rod cells in their retinas than humans do. Rod cells are responsible for detecting light and motion, and this abundance allows cats to see in light levels 6 times lower than the minimum we need. Behind the retina, cats possess a structure called the tapetum lucidum, a reflective layer that acts like a mirror, bouncing light back through the retina and giving the photoreceptor cells a second chance to capture photons. This structure is what makes cats' eyes appear to glow when light hits them at certain angles, creating those eerie green or yellow eyeshine effects in photographs or when headlights catch a cat's gaze. This reflective layer significantly enhances vision in low light but comes with a trade-off. In bright light, the reflected light can cause some image degradation. which is why cats have those distinctive vertical slit pupils that can close down to tiny openings, controlling the amount of light entering the eye with remarkable precision. The field of view in cats is broader than in humans, approximately 200 degrees compared to our 180 degrees. This wider peripheral vision helps cats detect the movement of prey or predators at the edges of their visual field. However, cats sacrifice some binocular overlap for this broader view, and their close-up vision is actually poorer than ours. Cats are somewhat farsighted, seeing objects best at distances of 2 to 6 meters. Anything closer than about 30 centimeters becomes blurry, which is why your cat sometimes seems to have difficulty finding a treat you've placed right in front of its face, relying instead on smell and whiskers to locate it. Color vision in cats is limited compared to humans. While we are trichromatic, seeing red, green, and blue, cats are dichromatic, similar to humans with red-green color blindness. They can see blues and yellows reasonably well, but reds and greens appear more as shades of gray or yellow. This limited color vision is not a deficit, but rather a trade-off for enhanced night vision and motion detection. For a crepuscular hunter, being able to detect the slightest movement in dim light is far more valuable than being able to distinguish between red and green. Motion detection in cats is extraordinary. Their eyes can detect movement far more quickly than ours can, perceiving changes that would appear as a blur to us. This rapid motion detection is crucial for hunting, allowing cats to track and intercept fast-moving prey. It's also why cats are often fascinated by flickering movements on screens or the darting motion of toys, even relatively simple ones. Hearing in cats rivals their vision in acuity and range. The frequency range that cats can detect extends to approximately 64 kilohertz, nearly 2 octaves higher than the upper limit of human hearing and even exceeding that of dogs. This ultrasonic hearing evolved primarily for detecting the high-frequency vocalizations of rodent prey. Mice and rats communicate extensively in ultrasonic frequencies, and a cat's ability to hear these sounds gives them a significant advantage when hunting. The structure of a cat's ears facilitates this remarkable hearing. Each ear contains 32 muscles, allowing cats to rotate their ears independently up to 180 degrees. This mobility enables cats to precisely locate the source of a sound without moving their head, a crucial ability for a stealth hunter. Watch a cat's ears when you make a sound. They will swivel toward it with remarkable speed and precision, like satellite dishes orienting toward a signal. Cats can also distinguish between sounds that seem identical to human ears, differentiating between very similar pitches and tones. This ability allows them to recognize individual voices and even to identify the specific sound of their owner's car approaching from among all the other traffic sounds in a neighborhood. Many cat owners report that their cats anticipate their arrival, appearing at the door before the owner has even entered the building, likely having recognized the specific acoustic signature of their vehicle or footsteps. The whiskers of a cat, or vibrissae, are another extraordinary sensory organ. These specialized hairs are 2 to 3 times thicker than regular fur and are embedded 3 times deeper in the skin, surrounded by nerve endings and blood vessels. Each whisker transmits tactile information to the brain, creating a spatial map of the cat's immediate environment. The whiskers on a cat's face typically span roughly the width of its body, allowing the cat to gauge whether an opening is wide enough to pass through without having to test it physically. But cats have whiskers in other locations too, above the eyes, on the chin, and on the back of the front legs. Each set serves specific functions. The leg whiskers help the cat navigate in complete darkness and may also help with detecting and manipulating prey. The whiskers above the eyes trigger a protective blink reflex when touched, protecting the eyes from debris or injury. The chin whiskers likely help the cat manipulate objects and food held in its mouth. When a cat is exploring or hunting, you can see the whiskers thrust forward, actively sensing the space ahead. When the cat is relaxed, the whiskers rest in a more neutral position. When frightened or aggressive, the whiskers pull back against the face, both protecting them from damage and creating a more streamlined profile. These whisker positions can be read as part of feline body language, offering insight into the cat's emotional state. The sense of smell in cats, while not as acute as that of dogs, is still far superior to human olfactory ability. Cats have approximately 200 million odor-sensitive cells in their noses, compared to about 5 million in humans. The world of scent is rich and detailed for cats, conveying information about other animals, environmental conditions, and food quality that we can barely imagine. Cats also possess an additional olfactory organ that humans lack, the vomeronasal organ, also called Jacobson's organ. Located in the roof of the mouth, this organ detects pheromones, chemical signals left by other cats and animals. When a cat pulls back its lips in what looks like a grimace, it is performing the flamen response, drawing air over the vomeronasal organ to analyze pheromones more effectively. This behavior is especially common in intact male cats detecting female pheromones, but can occur in any cat investigating interesting scents. Through scent, cats gather information we cannot perceive. They can detect whether another cat has been in their territory, whether that cat was male or female, its reproductive status, and even its emotional state. They can identify family members and enemies by scent alone. When your cat rubs its face against you, it is not just showing affection but marking you with scent glands located on its cheeks and chin, claiming you as part of its territory and family. The sense of taste in cats is unique among mammals in one particular way. Cats cannot taste sweetness. They lack functional sweet taste receptors, a genetic mutation that occurred millions of years ago in the evolutionary lineage that would become modern cats. As obligate carnivores who derive all their nutritional needs from meat, there was no evolutionary pressure to maintain the ability to taste sugars. This is why cats show no interest in sweet foods that many other animals, including dogs and humans, find irresistible. However, cats have taste receptors particularly attuned to amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. They can detect subtle differences in the protein content and quality of meat, allowing them to select the most nutritious food sources. Cats also have a heightened sensitivity to bitter tastes, which may help them avoid potentially toxic substances, as many poisonous compounds taste bitter. The sense of balance in cats deserves special mention. Cats possess an extremely sophisticated vestibular system, the sensory system responsible for balance and spatial orientation. This system gives cats their legendary riding reflex, the ability to orient themselves during a fall so they land on their feet. We'll explore this in more detail later, but it's worth noting here that this sense of balance and body awareness, called proprioception, is developed to an extraordinary degree in cats. All these senses work together to create a rich, multidimensional perception of the world. While we experience our environment primarily through vision, supplemented by hearing and the other senses, cats integrate all their senses into a more holistic awareness. The rustle of leaves might be simultaneously analyzed for sound quality, associated with movement detected visually, and connected to scent information about what might be causing the disturbance. This sensory richness means that cats are constantly processing information that is completely invisible to us. That moment when your cat stares intently at what appears to be an empty wall might not be quite so mysterious when you consider they might be hearing ultrasonic sounds from mice in the walls, detecting subtle vibrations through their whiskers and paws, or tracking scent trails we cannot perceive. They inhabit a world layered with sensory information that remains forever beyond our direct experience. A reminder that reality itself varies depending on how we are equipped to perceive it. Cat communication, the silent language. Cats have developed a sophisticated communication system that operates on multiple channels simultaneously. While they can be vocal when they choose to be, cats are primarily visual communicators, conveying complex information through body position, tail movements, ear orientation, and facial expressions. Learning to read this silent language opens a window into the feline mind and can deepen the bond between humans and their cat companions. The tail is perhaps the most expressive part of a cat's body, capable of conveying a remarkable range of emotions and intentions. A tail held high and straight, often with a slight curve at the tip, signals confidence and contentment. This is a friendly greeting, the cat equivalent of a wave or a smile. Cats often approach their trusted humans or feline friends with this tail position, sometimes adding a slight quiver to the raised tail as a sign of excitement or affection. A tail that is puffed up to 2 or 3 times its normal size, creating what is often called a bottle brush tail, indicates fear or aggression. The piloerection, the raising of the hair shaft, is controlled by tiny muscles at the base of each hair follicle and is an involuntary response to threat, designed to make the cat appear larger and more intimidating to potential adversaries. This puffed tail is often accompanied by an arched back, another posture designed to maximize apparent size. A tail that lashes or thrashes from side to side is a warning sign. Unlike dogs, who wag their tails when happy, a cat with a vigorously moving tail is agitated, annoyed, or overstimulated. The intensity of the movement correlates with the intensity of the emotion. A gentle swaying might indicate mild annoyance or concentration, while violent lashing suggests anger or extreme frustration. Cat owners learn to recognize this sign and know that continued interaction when the tail is lashing is likely to result in a scratch or bite. A tail tucked under or wrapped around the body indicates fear, submission, or defensive behavior. A frightened cat will make itself as small as possible, tucking its tail tightly and crouching low, the opposite of the puffed-up defensive posture. This body language says, "I am not a threat. Please don't hurt me." The ears are equally expressive. Forward-facing ears indicate attention and interest. The cat is alert and engaged with its environment, focused on something of interest. Ears rotated to the side, often called airplane ears, suggest the cat is feeling anxious or irritated. The further back the ears are positioned, the more intense the negative emotion. Ears flattened completely back against the head indicate fear or aggressive intent. A cat with ears in this position may be about to attack or is in a defensive posture, prepared to defend itself if necessary. Cats can move their ears independently, allowing them to monitor multiple sound sources simultaneously. A cat might have one ear pointed forward toward something of interest while the other ear monitors sounds from behind. This independent movement also features in their communication. A cat may have both ears forward when first noticing you, then rotate one ear back to check another sound while maintaining visual attention on you with the forward ear still engaged. The eyes convey volumes of information. A slow blink from a cat is one of the highest compliments a cat can offer. Often called a cat kiss, this slow, deliberate closing and opening of the eyes is a sign of trust and affection. Cats only slow blink when they feel safe and content. You can communicate back to your cat in this language by offering slow blinks in return, a gesture many cats find reassuring and bonding. Dilated pupils can indicate excitement, fear, or aggression, depending on context. During play, pupils often dilate as the cat enters a more aroused state, preparing to pounce or chase. However, dilated pupils combined with flattened ears and a crouched posture suggest fear. Context and the combination of signals are crucial for accurate interpretation. A direct stare is generally confrontational in cat language. Cats consider prolonged eye contact a challenge or threat, which is why cats often seem most attracted to the one person in a room who is ignoring them. That person, by not staring, seems the least threatening. This is also why cats may respond better when you look at them briefly and then look away or blink, rather than maintaining steady eye contact. Whisker position adds another layer to facial communication. Whiskers pushed forward indicate interest or hunting behavior. Neutral whiskers suggest a relaxed state. Whiskers pulled back against the face accompany fear or aggression. Combined with ear and eye positions, whisker orientation helps clarify the cat's emotional state. The whole body posture provides context for all these individual signals. A cat making itself large, standing tall, fur puffed, back arched, is trying to appear intimidating, either preparing to fight or hoping to scare off a threat without actual combat. A cat making itself small, body lowered, crouching, is showing fear or submission, attempting to be less noticeable or threatening. Body language extends to more subtle gestures as well. A cat that rubs against you is not just being affectionate, but is marking you with scent glands located on their cheeks, chin, and forehead. When your cat headbutts you, sometimes called bunting, this is a high compliment, a way of marking you as part of their family group and territory. The mixing of scents creates a shared family scent that makes cats feel secure. The position of a cat when approaching you also conveys meaning. A cat that approaches with its tail held high, perhaps with a question mark curve at the tip, is greeting you with confidence and affection. A cat that approaches with its body low to the ground and its ears back may be approaching out of obligation but isn't entirely comfortable with the interaction. Kneading, that rhythmic pushing of paws against a soft surface, is behavior that originates in kittenhood, when kittens knead their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. Adult cats continue this behavior when they feel content and secure, often accompanying it with purring. The preservation of this kittenish behavior into adulthood shows how cats retain certain juvenile characteristics throughout their lives, a trait known as neoteny. Vocalization in cats is surprisingly complex and deserves careful attention. While cats can make dozens of different sounds, they tend to use different vocalizations with other cats than they do with humans. The meow, so familiar to cat owners, is primarily a human-directed communication. Adult cats rarely meow at each other. They developed this vocalization specifically for interacting with humans. Studies have shown that cats can modify their meows based on the situation and the response they want from their human. A cat asking for food might use a different meow than a cat wanting attention or expressing displeasure. Some cats develop quite extensive vocabularies, with different meows, chirps, and trills for different requests or situations. Attentive owners often learn to distinguish these different vocalizations and respond appropriately. The chirp or trill, a rolling, rising sound, is typically a friendly greeting or an invitation to follow. Mother cats use this sound with their kittens, and adult cats often use it with their human family members. It's one of the most pleasant cat sounds, conveying friendliness and positive intent. Chattering, that rapid clicking sound cats sometimes make when watching birds or other prey animals through a window, remains somewhat mysterious. Some researchers believe it's a form of frustrated hunting behavior, while others suggest it might mimic the sounds of prey animals, a hunting strategy. The exact purpose remains debated, but it clearly relates to the cat's predatory instincts being activated without an outlet for completion. Hissing and growling are defensive sounds, warnings to back off. A cat that hisses or growls is feeling threatened and is giving fair warning that it will defend itself if necessary. These sounds should always be respected, as they indicate a cat that may resort to physical defense if the perceived threat continues. The silent meow is a particularly endearing gesture where a cat opens its mouth as if to meow but produces no sound, or a sound too high-pitched for human hearing. This behavior may be a cat's way of saving energy, trusting that the owner will respond to the visual cue alone, or it might be a very polite, gentle request. Learning to read cat communication can dramatically improve the relationship between cats and their humans. When you respond appropriately to your cat's signals, respecting their wishes when they indicate they want space, and providing attention when they're soliciting it, you build trust and understanding. Cats often appreciate being understood more than they show, and a human who speaks their language, even imperfectly, earns their respect and affection. The physics and grace of cat movement. Watch a cat move, and you're witnessing a masterclass in physics, biomechanics, and evolutionary adaptation. Every leap, every stealthy approach, every impossible twist in midair demonstrates the culmination of millions of years of refinement in the art of predatory movement. Perhaps no aspect of cat movement is more famous than the riding reflex, their ability to twist in midair and land on their feet when falling. This remarkable ability, observable in kittens as young as 3 weeks old, relies on a complex interplay of flexible backbone, keen vestibular system, and the absence of a functional collarbone. The riding reflex begins with the cat's vestibular system detecting that the cat is falling and not upright. The cat's eyes and inner ear provide rapid feedback about orientation. The cat then rotates its head to be right side up, aligning the rest of the body to match. The flexible spine allows the cat to twist its front and rear halves independently. The front legs are drawn close to the body to reduce rotational inertia, allowing that section to rotate quickly. The rear legs extend, increasing rotational inertia so that section rotates more slowly. This creates a net angular momentum of 0, allowing the cat to rotate without violating the laws of physics regarding conservation of angular momentum. As the cat nears the ground, it arches its back and extends its legs, creating a kind of shock-absorbing landing system. The powerful leg muscles act as springs, dissipating the energy of the impact. This entire sequence can occur in falls from as little as 12 inches, though cats need a minimum of about 18 inches of fall distance to complete the full rotation. Interestingly, there's a phenomenon where cats falling from medium heights suffer more severe injuries than those falling from greater heights. This occurs because cats falling from greater heights have time to reach terminal velocity and relax, spreading their bodies to create drag and slow their descent, landing in a more distributed, controlled manner. Falls from intermediate heights don't allow enough time for this relaxation response, resulting in more tense landings that concentrate force in a way that can cause injury. The cat's skeletal structure contributes significantly to their mobility and grace. Cats have more bones than humans, approximately 230 compared to our 206, with much of the difference in the flexible tail and spine. Their vertebral column is extremely flexible, held together by muscles rather than ligaments, allowing them to rotate and contort in ways that would be impossible for less flexible animals. The cat's shoulder assembly is unique among mammals. They have a vestigial collarbone, essentially a small, floating bone not connected to other bones, unlike humans whose clavicle firmly connects the shoulder blade to the sternum. This free-floating arrangement allows the shoulder blades to move independently, enabling cats to narrow their bodies to fit through tight spaces and to extend their reach when running or jumping. Watch a cat running at full speed, and you'll notice their gait. Cats are among the animals that use a pacing gait when walking, where both legs on one side of the body move together. However, when running, they switch to a diagonal gait similar to horses where diagonally opposite legs move together. At top speed, a domestic cat can reach approximately 30 miles per hour, impressive for an animal that typically weighs between 8 and 10 pounds. The jumping ability of cats is legendary, and for good reason. A cat can jump approximately 6 times its body length in a single leap, achieving this through powerful hind leg muscles that function like coiled springs. Before a jump, a cat will often crouch, compressing those powerful rear leg muscles. The release is explosive, propelling the cat forward and upward with remarkable force. Precision is as important as power in cat jumping. Cats have extraordinary spatial awareness and calculation abilities when it comes to jumps. They will often rock back and forth slightly before jumping, a behavior that might help them calculate distance and trajectory. Their eyes provide binocular vision that aids in depth perception, crucial for accurate jumping. Once committed to a jump, they can make mid-air adjustments using their tail as a counterbalance and their flexible spine for fine-tuning trajectory. The stealth with which cats can move is equally impressive. Their digitigrade stance, walking on their toes rather than flat-footed like humans, gives them a natural quiet step. The soft pads on their paws absorb sound, and they can retract their claws while walking to avoid clicking sounds. When stalking, a cat moves with exquisite control, each paw placed deliberately, body low, movements flowing like liquid. The patience and control required for this stalking behavior is remarkable, with some cats capable of freezing mid-step and holding that position for extended periods when stalking prey. The tail serves multiple functions in cat movement and balance. While cats can balance without their tails and tailless breeds manage perfectly well, the tail does provide a counterweight that can be useful in tightrope walk situations and in mid-air corrections during jumps. More importantly, the tail acts as a rudder, helping the cat make sharp turns at high speed. Watch a cat chasing a toy around corners, and you'll see the tail swinging in opposition to the turn, providing rotational balance. Climbing deserves special mention in any discussion of cat movement. Cats are excellent climbers, equipped with sharp, curved claws perfect for gripping bark or fabric. They can climb vertical surfaces with remarkable ease, their powerful rear legs pushing them upward while their front claws hook into surfaces for grip and pulling power. However, their claws curve in a direction optimized for climbing up, not down. This is why cats sometimes become stranded in trees, comfortable going up but anxious about the descent, which requires either backing down or the courage to turn around on a potentially narrow branch. Whiskers play a surprising role in movement. These sensitive hairs, technically called vibrissae, can detect air currents and subtle vibrations, providing information about nearby objects and spaces even in complete darkness. A cat navigating a dark room uses its whiskers to sense furniture and walls before making contact, adjusting its path accordingly. The whiskers on the front legs, called carpal whiskers, help the cat gauge the movement of prey it has pinned under its paws. The grace and precision of cat movement reflects millions of years of evolution as both predator and prey. As hunters, they needed stealth, speed, and precision. As relatively small predators who could themselves become prey to larger carnivores, they needed escape abilities, climbing skills, and the flexibility to maneuver through tight spaces. The result is an animal whose movement combines efficiency, effectiveness, and a kind of liquid beauty that has captivated humans throughout our shared history. Cats in different cultures and folklore. Throughout human history and across virtually every culture, cats have woven themselves into our stories, beliefs, and imaginations. The ways different cultures have viewed cats reveal as much about human nature as about the cats themselves, ranging from reverence to revulsion, from divine to demonic, often simultaneously or in rapid succession. We've already touched on ancient Egypt, but the depth of that culture's cat veneration deserves further exploration. Cats appeared throughout Egyptian art, not just in religious contexts, but in everyday scenes. Tomb paintings show cats sitting beneath chairs, hunting birds alongside their owners, or simply existing as part of the household. The goddess Batet evolved from a lioness deity into a domestic cat deity, representing the gentler aspects of the feline nature: home, fertility, and joy, as opposed to the lion goddess Sekhmet, who embodied destruction and war. The penalty for killing a cat in ancient Egypt was severe, reportedly death in some cases, though this likely applied particularly to intentional killing. When cats died naturally, families mourned them, and the sacred cats of temples were mummified with elaborate ceremony. In the city of Bubastis, Bastet's main cult center, annual festivals drew hundreds of thousands of celebrants who came to honor the goddess and her feline representatives. In ancient Rome, cats were associated with the goddess Diana and with liberty. Unlike dogs, who symbolized loyal servitude, cats represented independence and freedom. This association may have contributed to cats being less thoroughly documented in Roman texts than dogs, as Romans valued loyalty and duty highly and may have viewed feline independence with some ambivalence. Norse mythology features Freya, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, who rode in a chariot pulled by two large cats, sometimes described as forest cats or perhaps early Norwegian forest cats. These cats were said to be a gift from Thor. In Norse culture, cats were valued for protecting grain stores from rodents, and keeping a cat was considered wise household management. In Japan, cats have held various positions in culture and folklore. The beckoning cat, or manekiniko, with one paw raised in greeting, is believed to bring good fortune to its owner. Different positions and colors of the beckoning cat convey different types of luck. White cats bring happiness and purity. Black cats ward off evil spirits. Gold cats bring wealth. The raised right paw attracts money and good fortune, while the left paw attracts customers and visitors. Japanese folklore also includes the bakeniko and nikomata, supernatural cats with magical abilities. These creatures could shapeshift, speak human languages, and possessed various mystical powers. They feature in numerous traditional stories, sometimes as tricksters, sometimes as protectors, sometimes as creatures to be feared. The nikomata, usually depicted as a cat whose tail has split into two, was said to develop when a cat lived to a very old age, gaining wisdom and power over the years. Chinese culture has held cats in varied regard. Cats have been kept for rodent control for thousands of years and appear in classical Chinese art. However, cats also appear in Chinese superstition in complex ways. White cats were sometimes seen as omens of poverty, while black cats could predict poverty or prosperity depending on local tradition. The Chinese zodiac, despite including 12 animals, does not include the cat, though various legends explain this absence, usually involving the cat being tricked or sleeping through the selection. In Islamic tradition, cats are viewed favorably, influenced by the Prophet Muhammad's reported fondness for cats. Stories tell of his cat Muetza, and Muhammad's care and respect for cats influenced Islamic attitudes. Cats are considered clean animals in Islamic law, allowed to enter homes and even mosques. This positive regard has led to cats being well treated throughout the Islamic world historically and into the present day. Medieval European attitudes toward cats were complex and often contradictory. In rural areas, cats were valued for rodent control and generally treated well. However, the Catholic Church during certain periods associated cats, particularly black cats, with witchcraft and the devil. This association led to periods of cat persecution, particularly during the witch-hunting hysteria. Black cats especially suffered during these periods. The reduction in cat populations may have contributed to the spread of the Black Death, as rat populations exploded without their natural predators. These superstitions around black cats persist in various forms. In some cultures, a black cat crossing your path is bad luck, while in others, such as Scotland and Japan, black cats crossing your path brings good fortune. In British and Irish tradition, black cats are generally considered lucky. The diversity of these superstitions suggests that the color itself holds no inherent meaning. Rather, it's a screen onto which various cultures project their beliefs and anxieties. Celtic mythology features Catsith, a fairy creature said to resemble a large black cat with a white spot on its chest. This creature was believed to steal souls from the dead before they could be claimed by gods. During funeral watches, various games and music were employed to distract the Catsith from approaching the deceased, ensuring safe passage to the afterlife. Witches and cats have been associated in Western imagination for centuries, leading to both persecution and fascination. The witch's familiar, often portrayed as a black cat, was believed to be a spirit that aided the witch in magic. This belief led to many cats being killed during witch-hunting periods. However, the association has also given cats an enduring place in popular culture around themes of magic and mystery. In literature, cats have played numerous memorable roles. The Cheshire Cat in Lewis Carroll's Alice's adventures in Wonderland embodies feline mystery and inscrutability. T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats celebrates feline diversity and individuality. Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat uses a cat as a symbol of guilt and supernatural dread. These and countless other literary cats have shaped how we think about felines. In modern popular culture, cats feature prominently in film, television, and internet culture. From Felix the Cat and Tom of Tom and Jerry to Garfield and Hello Kitty, cartoon cats have become global icons. The internet age has perhaps marked the true pinnacle of cultural cat prominence, with cat videos, memes, and photos dominating social media platforms. The internet seemingly runs on cat content, with cats providing endless entertainment, comfort, and humor to billions of people worldwide. This cultural journey of cats, from sacred animal in ancient Egypt to internet sensation in the 21st century, shows the enduring fascination humans have with these creatures. We project onto cats our ideas about independence, mystery, grace, and comfort. They exist in our imagination as both wild and domestic, independent and affectionate, mysterious and familiar. This paradoxical nature makes cats eternally interesting, forever eluding complete understanding while remaining constant companions. The therapeutic presence of cats. The benefits cats provide to human well-being extend far beyond the entertainment value of their antics or the aesthetic pleasure of their presence. Scientific research has documented numerous ways in which cats contribute to human physical and mental health, making them not just pets but genuine therapeutic companions. The physiological effects of cat ownership begin at the most fundamental level: the stress response. When a person pets a cat, their body undergoes measurable changes. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, decreases. Blood pressure drops. Heart rate slows and becomes more regular. These aren't subjective feelings but objective, measurable changes that occur within minutes of calm interaction with a cat. Research has shown that cat owners have lower resting heart rates and blood pressure compared to people who don't own pets. In studies where people were given stressful tasks to perform, those who had cats present during the tasks showed lower physiological stress responses than those who were alone or even those who had human support present. The cat's presence provided a calming influence that actual human support sometimes failed to match. One fascinating study monitored married couples in their homes, assigning them stressful tasks like solving difficult math problems or immersing their hands in ice water. Some participants completed these tasks alone, others with their spouse offering moral support, others with their cat present, and still others with both spouse and cat. The results were striking. Participants with their cats present had the lowest stress response, measured by heart rate and blood pressure, and they even made fewer errors on the math problems. The cats provided a non-judgmental presence that seemed to reduce performance anxiety and help people feel more challenged than threatened by the difficult tasks. The mechanisms behind these stress-reducing effects operate on multiple levels. On a biochemical level, petting a cat triggers the release of oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone or the love hormone. Oxytocin promotes feelings of calm, connection, and well-being. It's the same hormone released during positive social bonding between humans, between mothers and infants, and even between romantic partners. The fact that simple interaction with a cat can trigger this response shows the depth of the bond between humans and cats. At the same time, Petting a cat can increase levels of serotonin and dopamine, neurotransmitters associated with pleasure, satisfaction, and positive mood. These chemical changes in the brain contribute to the immediate mood lift many people experience when spending time with their cats. The combination of decreased stress hormones and increased feel-good neurotransmitters creates a powerful cocktail for improved mental well-being. The long-term health benefits of cat ownership are equally impressive. Studies have found that cat owners have a 30% lower risk of death from cardiovascular disease compared to non-cat owners. They have lower rates of heart attack and stroke. While multiple factors likely contribute to these statistics, including the stress reduction effects already mentioned, the consistency of the findings across different populations suggests a genuine protective effect. Beyond cardiovascular benefits, cat ownership has been linked to improved mental health outcomes. People with cats report lower levels of anxiety and depression compared to those without pets. The companionship provided by a cat can combat loneliness, which itself is a significant risk factor for both physical and mental health problems. For people living alone, a cat provides a presence, someone to come home to, someone who depends on you and whose routine gives structure to your day. The therapeutic value of this companionship shouldn't be underestimated. In studies of people with long-term mental health conditions, cat ownership was associated with improved ability to manage emotions, better handling of difficult life circumstances, and a greater sense of purpose and meaning. The responsibility of caring for another living being, even one as self-sufficient as a cat, gives people a reason to maintain routines, get out of bed in the morning, and think beyond their own immediate struggles. Cats have proven valuable as therapy animals in various settings, though they're used less commonly than dogs in formal therapy programs. Therapy cats visit hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, schools, and other institutions, bringing comfort and joy to people in difficult circumstances. The quiet, calm presence of a cat can be less overwhelming than a more energetic dog for some people, particularly those who are anxious or overstimulated. In educational settings, therapy cats have helped reduce stress during exam periods at colleges and universities. Students report that just a few minutes petting a cat helps them feel calmer and more able to manage academic pressure. Some schools have established permanent cat therapy programs where students can visit a cat room for stress relief whenever they need it. For children with autism, ADHD, and other developmental or cognitive conditions, interaction with cats has shown promise as a therapeutic intervention. Cats can help these children develop social skills, learn about empathy and caregiving, and practice emotional regulation. The predictable, non-judgmental nature of cat behavior can be especially helpful for children who struggle with the complex unpredictability of human social interaction. In healthcare settings, the presence of cats has been associated with faster recovery times, lower pain levels, and improved mood among patients. The mechanism likely involves a combination of factors: stress reduction, social connection, distraction from discomfort, and the simple pleasure of interacting with a friendly animal. Some hospitals and rehabilitation facilities have implemented formal animal-assisted therapy programs, though safety considerations and allergy concerns mean that not every patient can participate. The benefits extend to elderly populations as well. For seniors in nursing homes or assisted living facilities, visits from therapy cats provide stimulation, pleasure, and a sense of connection. For elderly people living independently, cat ownership can provide important structure to the day, a reason to stay engaged, and protection against the loneliness that many elderly people experience. The relatively low maintenance requirements of cats compared to dogs make them particularly suitable pets for seniors who may have mobility limitations. There's also evidence that cat ownership may benefit immune function. Children who grow up with cats in the home have lower rates of allergies and asthma, possibly because early exposure helps the immune system develop appropriate responses. Adults who own cats may have better immune function as well, though the research here is less definitive. The simple act of watching a cat sleep can be therapeutically calming. The peace and relaxation that cats radiate when at rest is almost contagious. Their ability to fully relax, to trust their environment enough to sleep deeply, can serve as a model and inspiration for their human companions. In a world that often feels chaotic and demanding, a sleeping cat provides a reminder that rest is not just acceptable but necessary, that it's possible to simply be rather than constantly doing. The purr, as we've discussed, may offer its own therapeutic benefits through the healing frequencies it produces. But even without considering potential direct healing effects, the purr provides psychological comfort. The sound and vibration of a purring cat creates a sensory experience that many people find deeply soothing. It's a sound associated with contentment and safety, and hearing it can evoke those same feelings in humans. Of course, not every interaction with a cat is therapeutic. Cats have their own needs, boundaries, and moods, and they can be demanding or frustrating at times. The responsibility of cat ownership includes dealing with litter boxes, veterinary care, and the occasional behavioral problems. However, for most people, the benefits far outweigh these challenges. The companionship, the stress relief, the structure, the unconditional acceptance, and the simple pleasure of sharing life with these remarkable creatures contribute substantially to human well-being. In recognizing the therapeutic value of cats, we should also acknowledge that they're not a cure-all or a replacement for professional medical or mental health treatment. They are, however, a valuable complement to treatment, a source of support and comfort that can enhance overall quality of life. The human-cat bond, built over thousands of years and strengthened with every purr, every head bump, every shared moment of quiet companionship, continues to prove its value for both species. Wild relatives and domestic diversity. To truly appreciate domestic cats, it helps to understand their place in the broader feline family. The family Felidae includes all cats, from the tiny rusty-spotted cat weighing less than 3 pounds to the Siberian tiger that can weigh over 600 pounds. This remarkable family showcases some of nature's most perfect predators, each adapted to their specific environment while retaining the essential characteristics that make them unmistakably feline. All members of the cat family share certain features: retractable claws, specialized teeth for meat eating, excellent vision and hearing, flexible bodies, and solitary hunting behavior with few exceptions. These shared traits point to their common ancestry, believed to have originated approximately 25 million years ago. From this common ancestor, the family diversified into the 37 or so species we recognize today, spread across every continent except Australia and Antarctica. The big cats, those belonging to the genus Panthera, include lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars. These are the species that can roar, an ability made possible by modifications to the hyoid bone in their throats. They cannot purr continuously like smaller cats, though they can make purr-like sounds on exhalation. The evolutionary path that led to roaring apparently precluded continuous purring, a fascinating example of evolutionary trade-offs. Lions are unique among cats for their social structure. They live in prides, cooperative family groups that hunt together and raise cubs communally. This social behavior is an adaptation to the open savanna environment where they live, where cooperation provides advantages in taking down large prey and defending territory. Male lions sport manes that serve as both protection in fights and as indicators of health and genetic fitness. Tigers, the largest of all cats, are solitary hunters of dense forests and grasslands. Each of the remaining tiger subspecies shows adaptations to their specific environment. Siberian tigers have thicker fur and larger bodies for surviving harsh northern winters. Sumatran tigers are smaller and more darkly striped, better suited for hunting in dense tropical forests. Sadly, all tiger subspecies are endangered, victims of habitat loss and poaching. Leopards are perhaps the most adaptable of the big cats, found in diverse habitats from African savannas to Asian forests to the high mountains of Central Asia. They're excellent climbers, often storing prey in trees to protect it from other predators. The melanistic form of the leopard, known as a black panther, shows how a single genetic change can dramatically alter appearance while leaving the animal otherwise unchanged in behavior and capabilities. Jaguars, the only big cat native to the Americas, are powerful swimmers and hunters equally at home in trees, on the ground, or in water. They have the strongest bite force relative to body size of any cat, capable of piercing turtle shells and even caiman skulls. Their presence in rainforests from Mexico to Argentina shows how cats adapted to virtually every terrestrial environment. The smaller wild cats are less well known but equally fascinating. The cheetah, though large, is not in the Panthera genus. It's the fastest land animal, capable of speeds up to 70 miles per hour in short bursts. Its body is modified for speed in ways that set it apart from other cats. Longer legs, smaller head, reduced claws that cannot fully retract, and a distinctive spotted coat pattern. The cougar or mountain lion, also called puma or panther depending on region, is the largest cat that can purr. It has the widest range of any wildland mammal in the Western Hemisphere, from Canada to South America, showing remarkable adaptability to different environments. Like domestic cats, cougars are solitary hunters that mark territories and communicate through scent and vocalizations. Medium-sized wildcats include lynxes, bobcats, caracals, and servals. Each shows specialized adaptations. Lynxes have large paws that act like snowshoes, allowing them to hunt effectively in deep snow. Caracals have extraordinary leaping ability and can snatch birds out of midair. Servals have enormous ears and long legs for hunting in the tall grasses of African savannas. The smallest wildcats are particularly charming. The rusty-spotted cat of India and Sri Lanka weighs less than 3 pounds fully grown. The black-footed cat of southern Africa is equally tiny but reportedly one of the most effective predators of all cats, succeeding in more than 60% of its hunts. These tiny cats remind us that feline hunting prowess isn't about size but about specialized adaptations and technique. The direct ancestor of domestic cats is the African wildcat, Felis silvestris libica. These small wildcats still exist throughout Africa and the Middle East, looking very similar to domestic tabby cats. In fact, Domestic cats can and do interbreed with African wildcats where their ranges overlap, creating hybrid populations. This genetic similarity reinforces the recent nature of cat domestication and the relatively light selection pressure humans have applied to cats compared to other domestic animals. When we look at domestic cat breeds, the contrast with dogs is striking. Where there are hundreds of distinct dog breeds showing enormous variation in size, shape, and behavior, there are only about 40 to 60 recognized cat breeds, depending on which cat fancy organization you consult. Even among these breeds, the variation is far more subtle than in dogs. The reason for this difference lies in the history and purpose of domestication. Dogs were domesticated much earlier than cats, approximately 15,000 to 19,000 years ago compared to cats 9,000 to 10,000 years. More importantly, dogs were actively bred for specific functions: herding, guarding, hunting different types of game, and countless other tasks. This functional breeding meant selecting for complex behavioral and physical traits, leading to dramatic diversification. Cats, by contrast, had essentially one job: controlling rodents. They did this job perfectly well without human intervention or selective breeding. The cats that hung around human settlements simply needed to tolerate human presence and hunt effectively, traits that didn't require modification. As a result, cats evolved through natural selection in human-adjacent environments rather than through artificial selection by humans. Most cat breeds were developed very recently, within the last 100 to 150 years. The cat fancy, the organized breeding and exhibition of cats, began in the late 19th century. Before that, cats were simply cats, varying naturally by geographic region but not deliberately bred into distinct types. The breeds that were recognized early, such as Persian, Siamese, Turkish Angora, and Russian Blue, were essentially regional varieties that developed through geographic isolation rather than deliberate breeding. A Persian cat was simply a long-haired cat from Persia. A Siamese was a cat with color point markings from Siam. These natural varieties became the foundation for modern breeds. Many modern cat breeds differ from each other in just one or two genes. The Persian and exotic Shorthair are essentially the same cat, except the Persian has two copies of a gene for long hair, while the exotic has two copies of the Shorthair variant. Fold-eared cats like the Scottish Fold have a mutation affecting cartilage development. Hairless cats like the SPHYNX have a mutation affecting hair growth. In each case, a single genetic change defines the breed. This means that genetically, most cat breeds are very similar to random-bred domestic cats. A genetic test can identify cat breeds, but there's far more genetic variation within the global population of domestic cats than between recognized breeds. This is opposite to the situation with dogs, where breeds are usually genetically distinct and most mixed-breed dogs have purebred dogs in their recent ancestry. The genetic similarity among cat breeds has both advantages and disadvantages. On the positive side, it means domestic cats have retained high genetic diversity and generally suffer from fewer genetic diseases than highly bred dog breeds. The gene pool remains relatively open and healthy. On the negative side, some breeds, particularly newer ones developed from small populations or those that have been intensively inbred, do face genetic health issues. Persian cats, for instance, bred for increasingly flattened faces, often suffer from breathing difficulties, dental problems, and eye issues. Scottish Fold cats, while charming with their folded ears, can develop painful joint problems if they have two copies of the fold gene. These examples show how even cats can suffer when breeding prioritizes appearance over health and function. The recent development of hybrid breeds, crosses between domestic cats and wild cat species, has sparked both fascination and concern. The Bengal, bred from domestic cats and Asian leopard cats, combines the spotted coat of the wild parent with the temperament of domestic cats. Though early generation Bengals can retain wild behaviors, the Savannah, a cross with the African serval, can be quite large and retain strong hunting instincts. These hybrids push the boundaries of what constitutes a domestic cat. Despite the relatively limited diversity in modern breeds, domestic cats do show natural variation based on geography. Cats from different regions have adapted to local conditions. Northern European breeds tend to be larger with thicker coats, adaptations to cold climates. Southeast Asian cats tend to be smaller and sleeker, suited to tropical heat. These variations arose naturally before modern breed development and reflect genuine adaptation to local environments. The global population of domestic cats is estimated at 600 million individuals, making them one of the most successful mammalian species on Earth. They inhabit every continent except Antarctica, thriving in environments from tropical islands to northern cities with harsh winters. This global success demonstrates their remarkable adaptability and the enduring value humans place on their companionship. Looking at wild felids and domestic cats together reveals the incredible adaptive radiation of the cat family. From tree-dwelling margays in South American rainforests to snow leopards in the Himalayas to your house cat curled on the sofa, all share the fundamental feline blueprint. Carnivorous teeth, retractile claws, excellent senses, flexible bodies, and solitary hunting behavior with few exceptions. Yet each species and even each domestic breed represents a unique solution to the challenge of survival in a specific environment or a specific human-created niche. The diversity of cats, both wild and domestic, reminds us that evolution and selection, whether natural or artificial, work on the genetic variation present in populations to create forms suited to their circumstances. Domestic cats sit in an interesting position in this feline family tree. They're among the smallest members of the family, yet they're by far the most numerous and widespread. They've achieved their success not through the specialized adaptations of wild cats, but through the opposite, retaining enough of their wild nature to be effective predators while developing enough tolerance for human proximity to thrive in human environments. This balance between wild and tame, between independence and affection, between predator and companion, defines the domestic cat. They are not wolves tamed and reshaped into hundreds of forms like dogs. They are cats, still recognizably similar to their wild ancestors, who have chosen to share our homes while maintaining their essential feline nature. This may be precisely why we find them so appealing. They offer companionship without demanding submission, affection without dependence, and a window into wildness that sits contentedly on our laps. As we drift towards sleep, carried by these tales of cats and their long history with humanity, let's return to that image we started with. The warm room, the soft light, the gentle sound of rain against the window, and there, in perfect repose, a cat sleeping on a cushion, embodying peace and contentment. Cats have been sleeping beside humans for nearly 10,000 years. In ancient Egyptian homes, they slept on cushions while standing guard against the mice that threatened grain stores. In medieval castles and cottages, They curled by hearths, keeping watch through the night. In ships crossing unknown seas, they slept in hammocks and on coiled ropes, ready to hunt the rats that plagued every vessel. And now, in our modern homes, they sleep on our beds, our couches, our favorite chairs, or in carefully chosen spots of sun that move across the floor through the day. They sleep confidently, trusting in the safety we provide, offering in return their companionship, their purrs, their mysterious feline presence. The science of cats reveals remarkable creatures finely tuned by evolution for their ecological niche. The history of cats shows how their partnership with humans shaped both species, though cats retained far more of their original nature than most domestic animals. The daily reality of cats demonstrates animals that are simultaneously independent and affectionate, wild and domestic, mysterious and familiar. When we share our lives with cats, we're participating in a relationship that stretches back through hundreds of human generations. We're enjoying the same pleasures that ancient Egyptians found in these animals: the grace, the mystery, the comfort of their presence. We're benefiting from the same practical advantages that led our agricultural ancestors to welcome cats: protection from pests. And we're experiencing emotional and health benefits that modern science is only beginning to document and understand. Every cat is an individual, with its own personality, preferences, and quirks. Yet every cat also carries within it the legacy of its species. The hunting instincts refined over millions of years, the sensory abilities that far exceed our own, the flexibility and grace that make their movement a kind of poetry, the purr that may quite literally heal. As you settle into sleep tonight, whether or not you have a cat sleeping nearby, you can appreciate these remarkable animals. You can feel gratitude for the ancient wildcats that chose to live near human settlements, beginning the relationship that would eventually bring cats into our homes and hearts. You can marvel at the evolutionary adaptations that make cats such perfect predators and such pleasant companions. And you can take inspiration from the cat's mastery of rest, their ability to relax completely, to trust in safety, to sleep deeply and wake refreshed. In a world that often rewards constant activity and productivity, cats remind us that rest is not a luxury but a necessity, that doing nothing is sometimes exactly what we need to do. So let yourself relax like a cat in a sunbeam. Feel your muscles soften, your breathing slow, your mind quiet. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. Just like the cat on the cushion in our imagined room, you can simply rest, safe and comfortable, allowing sleep to come naturally in its own time. The cats of the world will sleep through 15 or more hours today, conserving their energy, healing their bodies, processing their experiences through dreams we can only imagine. They'll wake refreshed, ready to play or hunt or simply sit in a window watching the world go by. And then they'll sleep again, demonstrating by example that the cycle of rest and activity is natural and good. We humans cannot match their hours of sleep, but we can learn from their approach to it. We can create safe, comfortable spaces for rest. We can allow ourselves to fully relax when the time comes. We can trust in the healing power of sleep, the way our bodies and minds restore themselves during those quiet hours. Thank you for joining me on this gentle journey through the world of cats. If you've enjoyed this exploration, and if you'd like to support more content like this, please consider subscribing to Deep Science Sleep. A like or a comment lets me know you found value here. Share this with someone who loves cats, or who needs a peaceful story to carry them toward rest. But for now, just rest. Let the image of that sleeping cat stay with you. Peaceful, safe, content. Feel that same peace settling over you. Your breathing slows, your thoughts quiet, and like the cat who has perfected the art of rest over millions of years of evolution, you can now simply sleep. Good night.